Hi, scrappers. It's Alice Funk from Morgantown, Pennsylvania, and I want to show you the Creative Memories ink collection. This is not all of them. There are so many other colors, but I just got this tray in and I said, I need to do a video on inking and how it works um, a whole different way. So we are going to pin this my desktop here so you can see. I'm going to show you a whole bunch of different ways to use inks. Creative Memories came out with a new line. They sell inks and ink brushes to actually match the inks. And it fits all in this nice tray. The tray is $20. It keeps you organized, or you can put them in a handy dandy plastic bin. I do find I spend a lot of time sorting and trying to figure out which brush went with which ink. It's hard when they're all thrown in. When I put my ink collection into the tray, I found it very organized and more excited to use them. And I said, oh, I got to show you guys how I've been using them. And we're going to play a little bit on ways that I've learned to use them, but I haven't tried yet. So let's get started. We're going to start with we're going to do green here, and this green, and it matches our, it's a little tight because I just put them in here. The inks match our colors of papers. So this would match our dark green. It's actually a northern pine color. That's the color on the green. But when you look on the website, they are listed by the colors of our cardstock so that you can match them perfectly. So we're going to do a little bit of the green, and we're going to open up the plum too, because I have an idea to show you with that. So the ink is just a basic little ink pad. You lift the cover, there's your ink, and the um, ink brushes, they actually coordinate with the colors. So a set would be $11. The ink is $6 and the brushes are $5. I like to sell them as a set so you have the coordinating brush to go with your ink. The brush just comes out of the cap. You put it back in. You don't even have to worry about cleaning it, because when it's back in there, you can see this one still has a little ink on it. You're going to use this brush for the same color ink all the time because that's the one it coordinates with. It just makes it very simple and easy to use. One of the things that I like doing is inking the edges around a page, and this one I had already packaged up, but I'm going to pull it out of its packaging. Why I didn't unpackage it before this video, because I'm just that organized. Ha ha ha. So what I've been doing is a lot of inking around the edges, and you can see I just rub ink, and I will show you how to do that around the edges of the page I'm working on if I'm working on a white page, or you can rub it along the outside of a picture. And for this particular page layout, I had a whole bunch of pictures all together, and I put white boxes down so I know where I want to add pictures. But I actually inked around the edges of those white boxes just enough to show the outline of each. Otherwise, it would look like one big white blob on the paper, and I wanted you to actually see where I was going to put pictures. Now I can cut my pictures down and actually use that white piece of paper with the inking around the edges, and you can see just inked a little bit around the edges. Again, I will show you in a minute how to do some of that. That way you could see where I was intending pictures to go. So I have a white piece of paper here, white cardstock to ink on, just to show you a couple of different ways. One of the things Creative Memories came out with is this really cool craft mat. There's a shiny glossy side, and then there's a more rubbery side. I put the rubbery side down because then it's not going to slide back and forth on my tabletop. The plastic side is great for putting your ink on. So if I want to ink the edges, say I'm going to ink the edge of this page, I would just take my ink cap off, put it down on this craft mat, put a little bit of ink. You can see the ink right there. And then I'm going to take my brush and brush through it. And you kind of see it moving the ink around. It just put a little bit more ink on the edge of my brush. And then I'm just going to do little circles around the edge of my page. And it makes this beautiful edging to your page. And I'm just rubbing circles just along the edge of the page. And the more you brush ink onto the edge of that page, the darker that ink color is going to keep getting. So the more I keep brushing it, the more edging, and you can see now this beautiful edge here. You can see the green shading it put along the edge of my page there. And as you can see, when I did this page, I put the blue edging all the way around because I just thought it looked prettier. It needed something more than just a couple strips of paper. I wanted it to have a little bit more. On this one, I'm just going to call it leveled it up. So just thought that was really pretty for edging. There are some other ideas you can do with edging. You can actually take the cap of your ink off, and you can actually use that little ink edge and just rub it right on the edge. Let me do it on the other sides where I didn't ink yet. And I'm just going to rub this right on the edge of my paper. So I'm just really giving it a tap. And what it's doing is it's giving the edge of my paper that green look. You can even run it down this way. It's going to give it a much darker look. So there's another way you can edge it, and then you can go back and just brush it out if you want, which doesn't really move once it's in that page. So just wanted to give you that idea on edging. So you can do a dark edge, you can do, I love the brushed edge look. It just looks a little softer. Another thing you can do, and inks are very well known for stamps. You probably all as crafters have a million stamps. These are set up the same way as your regular stamps. And you just dab a little stamp on there, or I'm sorry, a little ink on your stamp, and you're going to press it down. Oops, didn't do it enough. Um, my friends would be laughing at me because they know I'm not a big stamper. But what I like about this new collection is it wasn't really made with stamps in mind. So what you're going to do is press, you have it, and there's my little happy birthday stamp. So again, you can use these for that situation. Creative Memories did not create these in mind for the stamper. They created them for the crafter. And what I'm saying is that's why they came out with this craft mat. That's why they were teaching you how to take your brush and just circle it around and go around those edges with that brush, so you can certainly do those edgings. The other thing they are coming out with are stencils, and these stencils are really cool. They're $5 also. This one is splatters and sort of like the coffee ring. That will be great if you have pictures of going out for coffee. This one was a spring one. It is called Starry Balloons. Beautiful flowers. We're going to play with this one a little bit. I do have one coming this week that is a honeycomb. That's going to look great on pages as well. So for this one, I want to put a flower in the corner of my page or make it an embellishment. I can ink it and then turn around and cut it out and put that on my page as well. But what I would do is you can even use, they came out with a painter's type tape, and you can tape off these other areas so that you don't want them to be part of what you're inking. For the sake of time, I'm just going to put a little bit more ink on my mat. And because this is the green ink, I want to try to get in there and just ink those leaves. And what I'm doing is just going over the area where the leaf pattern is on this stencil. And the more you go over it back and forth, the more ink you're going to get on it. So I can do it very lightly, or I can do it dark. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some of this plum color. And this, I believe, matches our plum paper. Okay, so we have, I'm going to put the cap on this one because I'm not a very neat crafter. I tend to get ink and tape and glue all over myself. But that's okay. It's very fun. So I'm getting, because this is a new brush, I'm going to have to get a little bit more ink on the brush to get it started. And then I'm just going to go over the flower portion, and I'm just rubbing it sort of like I did on the edge before. Oh, this is coming out really pretty. I can't wait to see how it looks. The final outcome. Now, I haven't used a stencil before. I've been watching other people who have been doing it, and I thought, oh my gosh, that looks so cool. And I just couldn't wait to start playing. So this is me playing and just showing you how these stencils are working. So now I'm going to just pull this up and show you how cool is that. I can take a circle or oval, cut around that, and make that one of the embellishments for one of my pages. All you have to do is rinse this under water. It'll come right off. Your brushes, like I said, because you're using one color specifically for each brush, I don't really have to clean it. You can run it under water and make sure it dries, but honestly, because I'm going to use the same color the next time I use this brush, I can just put the cap on and I know it's ready for the next time I want to use that. Now, I want to show you some other things that you can do. I've showed you edging. I've showed you stamping, the stamping of the words. I've showed you the stencil, but now I want to show you something else that I learned and I thought was pretty darn cool. You can actually blend the colors together if you want. So I'm just putting some more ink on my craft mat. You can take a piece of plastic, and we all have these plastic bags that our product comes in, and you can mush it all up. We're just going to go, I don't want to ruin my beautiful flowers there. I'm all excited about those. They would be perfect on the front of a card. Take that plastic. It is all mushed up. I'm going to rub it in my ink, and I'm going to go blot, 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 blot. And it makes a really cool pattern that you could do all over your page and create a whole new design to your page. Whoops, into the light we go. So that is another idea, and that's called just using a plastic bag. Any plastic bag will do. Just dip it into your ink and then blot it on your page, and it just makes a really cool design. I thought that was a really fun idea. One more idea. We're just going to turn. Actually, I have two more ideas for you. I'm going to put a little bit more ink. Actually, let's do more of the green so you can see the difference here. And I'm just putting a little green on my mat. At the end of the day, I'm just going to take a wet paper towel and wipe my mat off. It'll come right off because this is that plastic side, that vinyl silicone mat. It also works great on repositionable tape. If you didn't get the chance to get that silicone mat and really want one, this crafting mat works perfect. I usually use this on my tabletop because then I can go back and forth with inks. I can use my repositional tape, which is tiny little glue dots that come out of my tape runner. The little glue dots will go right on the paper and not in the holes because it won't stick to that silicone mat. So I put more ink. Now I'm going to take a strip of our favorite thing to play with. These are bubble wrap. It looks like somebody really got to it and already played with it, and a lot of them are popped. But I'm just going to take some of this bubble wrap. I'm going to dip it into my ink. And you can actually see the ink is getting that bubble wrap look. And then you can put that down on your page and create another very cool look for the background of your cards, of your papers. It just gives a cool inking look. So you've got your plastic wrap, your bubble wrap look. I thought that was really cool. Now, one more idea for you, and I'm just going to put that somewhere where it doesn't get all over my papers and my art project. I want to show you one more idea, and this I thought was really cool. I haven't tried it yet, so bear with me. We're going to put a little bit more ink on my tray or on my craft mat. Sorry about that. Um, we are going to, let's get back to my video here. Zoom, where are you? There we go. Oh, of course, while I'm recording, we are going to turn my camera, flip it over. Oh, technical difficulties. Okay, one more idea. I'm going to take, this is just a little spray bottle I got at the dollar store. I filled it with water. I'm going to spray, whoops. There we go. Spray a little water in this. So now my ink bubbles up and it makes almost like a raised ink that I could pick up with a paintbrush. And now it becomes almost like a watery paint. I just saw this online, so let's see if it works. A little dollar store paintbrush will be probably better. This is a really thick one, so I might not get the effect. But you take this paint, this ink that's now all watered down, and you stick out your finger, and you're going to take your brush and just whack it. And then you're going to whack it again, pick up a little bit more. And do you see what it's doing on my paper? It is giving this splattered look. Not sure if you can see it because it looks really far away. Oh, I think I splattered a lot of things. You have a splattered look. So there's another idea you can do on a paper. I'm realizing now, make sure you cover your area. I have a little bit of pink splatter going on everywhere, but that's the fun of a crafter. Now, if I put some on the green, I can probably get some of that pink off. If I take the green and just rub the water around in the green and splatter that as well. Another whole idea. Just having fun with inks today. I hope you get lots of ideas of different things you can do with bubble wrap, with some plastic wrap, some splattering, just using your stamps, edging, some brushed edges, as well as some stencils. So have fun with your inks. Remember the Creative Memories collection. Let me know if you need any of the colors or the fancy tray that you can get to go for them. I absolutely am having a ball with them and will definitely be playing a little more today. Have a great one. Bye.